Now let's go ahead and revise the next chapter, which is chapter of custom import of goods at concessional rate of duty rules or for specified end use rules 2020. Arey, where is it gone? 2022 or 23? 22. I also forgot. Just a minute. It is 22. ठीक है, 2022. Everyone over here now, listen. What they are trying to tell you over here is, they are trying to tell that, sir, if you import goods at concessional rate of duty, government is telling we will allow you to import concessional rate of duty में goods for what, everyone? Concessional rate of duty or for end use or for specified end use. For an example, I'll tell you. Government went ahead and issued one notification that if you are going ahead and making supposedly this bottle, you are making this bottle, if you import steel, the steel pay rate of duty will be, instead of 30%, only 10%. What government issued the notification? That if you import steel, and steel ka end use is what? This thermal bottle. Might be COVID time mein government issued one notification, told Ramesh, if you import steel, and steel ka end use is what? Making of this thermal bottle, the steel pay concessional rate of duty of only 10% will be charged instead of 30%. It means how much exemption will be given? 20%. Now, you imported steel from outside India. After importing the steel, whether did you actually go ahead and make these bottles or did not make? You imported steel. Steel you paid concessional rate of duty and you made supposedly almiras then. So government wants to maintain control, saying, okay, the end use was what, everyone? Making of this bottle, and did you actually make this bottle or not? And for that, government goes ahead and does what, everyone? Government maintains a lot of control, and that is what we are going to talk over here. Can I go ahead, everyone? Or the second one over here is, supposingly, government told Ramesh, what you can do, no? See, one is what? Import of goods at concessional rate of duty. Why concessional rate of duty? I gave you the example. You imported what? Steel. Steel, say if you go ahead and make bottle, there's an exemption notification which is there that, sir, you can import steel. Steel, say make bottle. Bottle if you make, we will charge you concessional rate of duty instead of 30, 10%. Now when you imported steel, you paid 10%. But are you actually making the bottle or not? How will the government ensure? And for that, government has made these rules that government will keep some control on you. Is my point clear to all? Secondly, I will tell you. Government says, Ramesh, if you are importing something and you are providing it for specified end use. Specified end use means the end use which is told in the exemption notification. For an example, there is an exemption notification which is there which says that you import parts of the mobile phone. Mobile phone ka what? Parts. The mobile phone ka parts which you import, if you supply it to makers of mobile phone in India, who are making what? Mobile phones in India. If you are supplying to the people who are making mobile phones in India, Ramesh, you can import the parts. Instead of 30%, you just have to pay 10%. It means you are going to supply for what, everyone? Specified end use. So if you are, what is specified in the exemption notification? Exemption notification told, import the parts, clear at concessional rate of duty, but specify end use was what, everyone? It should be supplied for using in the mobile phone. If you supply it for using in the mobile phone, you will get import pay, concessional rate of duty. Now you imported some parts. How will government ensure that you actually supplied it for the specified end use? For that, these controls are implemented. Are we all clear till here? Number one was what? I imported raw material. The exemption notification told raw material you import, use it to make bottle, steel bottle. If I import steel, I import for myself only. If I imported steel, I will get concessional rate of duty. But government will ensure that I make bottle. For that, the controls are there. Secondly, if you import it for what? Specified end use. The exemption notification told if anybody imports mobile का parts और supposingly lithium iron battery के लिए lithium and that lithium, say, if he is going in and supplying it to those people who are making battery in India, that lithium ka import pay, instead of 30%, only 10% will be there. So if I import lithium and I supply it for that end use, the exemption will be given. But exemption though it's given earlier only. First exemption is given, then you supply. Now whether you are supplying it for the specified end use, that is making of batteries or not, government will keep the control. And for that, these rules are made, which are known as what, everyone? Custom IGCRS rules 2022. Custom import of goods as concessional rate of duty or for specified end use rules 2022. Now, sir, when will this rule will apply? When will this rule apply? Now, for an example, there is one exemption notification. There is one exemption notification which says import steel 10% duty, 20% nahi, 10% will be applicable. Simple. Exemption will be given. But if that notification mate is told instead of 30, 10 will be applicable, but that person has to follow the custom IGCRS rule, then the custom IGCRS rules will be applicable. It says what, everyone? It says rules apply to whom, everyone? Rules apply to a notification providing for observation of these rules. Only if a notification says that for granting the exemption, these rules has to be followed, then these rules has to be followed. And it says, B, an importer intending to avail the benefit of any notification, and such benefit is dependent upon the use of imported goods being covered by that notification for the manufacture of any commodity like the bottle, or for providing of output service, or being put to a specified end use, then you will be given the benefit of the notification. Now, sir, what are the rules I have to go? What are the procedures which I have to follow? It is being told over here. Supposingly, I am an importer. And I want to import something at concessional rate of duty. And I'm telling, okay, sir, I will follow the IGCRS rules which are there. There's an exemption notification which says if you make steel, if you make steel ka bottle, if you import steel, I'm giving example. If you import steel, instead of 30, only 20% will be charged, or 10% will be charged, 20% concession will be given, provided you make steel ka bottle. So first, sir, how do I go about this process? So government told Ramesh, number one, go to the IceGate ka portal. So if I am the importer, what will I do, everyone? I have to go to the icegate.gov.in, and in the icegate.gov.in, I have to provide one-time information for what? IGCR. Which form I have to fill? Custom IGCR, and this containing what are the details that should be there? Number one, the name and address of the importer and his job worker, me and my job worker ka detail, if any. No job worker, then only my detail. The goods produced or process undertaken at the manufacturing facility of the importer or his job worker, or both. What are the goods I am going to make? That details I have to provide. Thirdly, the nature and the description of the imported goods used in the manufacture of the goods at the premises of the importer. Sir, out of the imported item, what am I going to make? Sir, what is the imported item I require? Nature and description of the imported goods. The particulars of the exemption notification. Sir, see, there is an exemption notification. You have to make this document. You have to create a book of the document, basically. You have to upload this document in the IceGate ka portal. Number one, your name. People with me. Name of the importer and his job worker. Goods or produced or process undertaken. The nature of description of imported goods which will be used. Then particulars of exemption notification applicable on such import. What is the exemption notification? Applicable means the exemption notification is there. That exemption notification also you provide. See, sir, there is this exemption notification available. Then nature of output service rendered utilizing. Sir, it is not only for maker of goods, it is also for supplier of service. For an example, it is told in one exemption notification that if you import iPad and you teach CA student, then you will get concessional rate of duty. Instead of paying 30%, you just have to pay 10%. Then if I want to claim 10%, I have to follow this process. Then it says the nature of output service rendered. The particulars of premises intending to use in the case of inter-unit transfer. Might be you would want to transfer it to some other unit. Which is your inter-unit? Means which is your branch? Might be you will do some process here. Some process you will do at some other branch. Then you have to give that branch ka detail also. Then details of the end use recipient if imported goods are supplied for specified end use. Might be I am not going to use, but I imported some parts. Parts I am going to supply it to makers of what? Mobile phone. Then those people ka detail also I have to go ahead and give. See, there are two things here. One is you have imported for your own use. One you have imported for supplying it to others. Next. And the intended port of import means where is the import going to happen. All this detail you have to provide one-time information. Everyone with me? All these are what? One-time information in GST IGCR, and it should be provided on the IceGate ka portal. Once you provide import of goods at concessional rate of duty, identification number, which is IIN, import of goods at concessional rate of duty, identification number will be generated, and now you got an IIN number. Now what will you do? Second stage. You have to go ahead and give one bond along with surety or security to your jurisdictional DC or AC of custom as deemed appropriate by the AC or DC. The AC or DC will tell you, Ramesh, you are going to import at concessional rate of duty. I told. He told Ramesh, how much are you going to import? I went ahead and told him, for an example, I told him, sir, this year I am planning that I am going to import 100 crore rupees ka steel. 100 crore rupees per Ramesh. Actually the duty is 30%. 30% means 30 crore, correct? But you will pay only 10 crore. Do one thing, 20 crore ka give one bond along with bank guarantee. What if you are given concession of 20 crore? Later you did not make steel ka bottle then. So we'll invoke the bond and security and realize the money. So he will ask you a bond along with bank guarantee. Next, third stage. Third stage, Baba, import the goods. Imported the goods. Your goods came over here. They will be in the custody of the custodian. You remember everyone? They will be in the custody of the custodian. Fourth stage. 1, 2, 3, 4 done. First stage was what, everyone? Provide the one-time information. Second stage was what, everyone? Bond. Thirdly, import the goods. After importing the goods for clearing, what will you do? You have to file your bill of entry, and in the bill of entry you mention your IIN number containing the bond number. People, you gave a bond, right? The bond number plus self-assessment and pay the duty. How much duty will you pay? 30% or 10%? 10% duty you have to pay. Now what will happen? Listen. You will file the bill of entry. The ACDC or custom port which is there will allow you the benefit of concessional rate and issue a clearance order for home consumption. Correct? He will go ahead and charge you only 10% duty and tell you to take the goods and go. Now what will happen? Fifth stage. Fourth stage is done over here. Fifth stage, may he'll allow you the concessional rate. Fifth A point over here. Once the bill of entry is cleared, the bond gets debited automatically in the custom automated system, and the details shall be made available electronically to the jurisdictional custom officer. Sir, what do you mean by this? Everyone here, you had given a bond of how much? 20 crore rupees, right? Now he will go ahead and say, Ramesh, your 20 crore ka bond say you have gone ahead and imported, for an example, now only 10 crore ka item. 10 crore. For the whole year you gave 20 crore ka bond. Now you have imported 10 crore ka item. 10 crore pe 3 crore was the duty. But you paid only 1 crore. How much was the concession? 2 crore. So 2 crore will get debited over here, and they will say your bond amount remaining is only 18 crore. So next concession can be maximum 18 crore. Next, people, tell me what happened. Very easy, everyone. What did you do? You went online and you went ahead and provided the details. Once you provide the detail, you will get the IIN number. Once you get the IIN number, now, secondly, give a bond to your jurisdictional officer. Now, import the goods. When you import the goods, file the bill of entry. Once you file the bill of entry, he will allow concessional rate and clear the goods for home consumption. Now, you get your goods to your premises and your bond will get debited. Now, sixth stage, everyone. Sixth stage, you will receive the goods. Are we clear, everyone? Now the goods have been received at your premises. Listen, you got the concessional rate of duty. Now, are you using the goods Are you using the goods for the end use, making a bottle or not? For that, they will impose the control. They will ask you. Now, listen, everyone. 7 stage. They will maintain accounts bill of entry wise. You have to maintain your accounts. You have to maintain your accounts, clearly indicating the quantity. People, the quantity is common for all. The quantity and value of goods imported. The quantity and the date of receipt. People, how much you imported. How much is what is the quantity and the date of receipt of goods imported in the premises. The quantity of goods consumed, the quantity of goods sent for job work and nature of job work carried out, the quantity of goods received back after job work, the quantity of goods re-exported, if any, and the quantity of goods remaining in stock, and it shall be produced to the jurisdiction of AC or DC on demand. You have to maintain all, sir, how much quantity came, how much quantity I received, how much quantity I used, how much I sent for job work, how much came back from the job work. All the details should be maintained. And if the officer asks you, you have to show it to them. Is he maintaining control on you? Yes. Next. Sir, non-receipt or short receipt should be intimated on the portal in form IGCR 2. For an example, you had imported 100 kgs and received was only 80 kgs. Short received is 20 kgs. You have to inform them on the portal that, sir, I did not receive the 100 kgs, only 80 kgs came. So that later, he does not tell you, you might have misused the raw material. Let me go ahead, everyone. Next. 8th point is, you know what? Now every month you have to file monthly return. It says you have to submit what? Monthly statement on the portal in IGCR 3. What is the monthly statement? IGCR 3 by 10th of the next month. Sir, you will tell how many goods came, how much used, all the details should be provided. It says the importer may submit the details of the goods consumed. People, this you understood monthly statement? Plus, now the importer made, supposingly, how much is the bond amount remaining? 18 crore, no? But supposingly, the raw material which you imported, you made out of his steel. You made out of this steel cup bottle. Did you use it for the end use? Did you use it? Array, did you use it as per the exemption notification? Yes. Now you can inform the officer that, sir, 10 crore item which I have imported, I have used it to make steel bottle. Sir, the end use is fulfilled. You know what they will do? 2 crore rupees will be recredited to your bond amount, and your bond will now become how much, everyone? It says, for that, the importer may submit the details of the goods consumed in IGCR 3A at any time for recrediting of the bond, which shall become a part of the monthly statement of the subsequent month. Are we all clear till here? Now listen. Goods came in your premises. Imported goods used for manufacturing of goods or for providing of service as per specified in the notification. You used it for making bottle. Any problem? No problem. Array, any problem or no problem? No problem. But if any goods are unutilized, re-export it back outside India. If you re-export the unutilized or defective goods within 6 months from the within period of 6 months, then they are telling 6 months from the date of import, where time is not specified. People, within the period specified in the notification means, listen, you should re-export it back within the time told in the notification. If notification does not tell anything, you should re-export it within 6 months. Always remember, further this 6 months can be extended by 3 months by the jurisdictional commissioner. Sir, I imported the raw material, but I am not actually going to make the steel cup bottle. Can I re-export it? Re-export it? No problem. You don't have to pay any duty, etc. Are we clear, everyone? Sir, and also record the details of the necessary export document in the monthly statement. That, sir, I have re-exported the goods back. That detail you should maintain in your IGCR 3. The monthly statement was what? IGCR 3. Sir, re-export value shall not be less than the value of the said goods at the time of import. For an example, at the time of import, you spend $1,000. At the time of export, the value FOB value should not be less than $1,000 is what they are trying to tell. Next. Sir, I did not go ahead and use it. I did not go ahead and re-export it. If you use it, no problem. If you send it back, no problem. But if you clear for home consumption, it means you told, sir, now I'll use it for some other thing. The steel which I imported, I'm using to make table. Gone. 20% duty which you had not paid, now they will charge you along with interest. Everyone here. Cleared for home consumption, the unutilized or the defective good, pay the applicable duty along with interest. That is, and pay the applicable duty means 30%. You had paid only 10, 20% you did not pay. Pay the 20% now along with interest. And also give the detail in the monthly statement. People, which is the monthly statement? IGCR 3. Everyone tell me one thing. What did we learn till now? Nothing. Sir, whenever a person wants to import at concessional rate of duty, he has to first give the details and he will be given one IN number. Correct? Then he has to give a bond to the officer. Then he has to go ahead and import. Then he will file bill of entry and pay concessional rate of duty. Goods can be cleared. Once the goods are received, use it for the specified end use. No problem. If you did not use, re-export it outside India. Can we go ahead, everyone? Sir, if I did not use or did not re-export it, then remember, whatever was the differential duty, you have to go ahead and pay it along with interest at the rate of 15%. That's all. Sir, now in the exam, they can go ahead and ask you, what is the procedure for sending the goods for job work? I will tell you, everyone here. You went ahead and imported the inputs. People, listen. Job work means any treatment or process. What is job work, everyone? Treatment or process on another person's goods. So it says any treatment or process. What is it telling everyone? Any treatment or process consistent with the exemption notification undertaken by the person on goods. People, they are telling any treatment or process is known as what, everyone? Job work. Belonging to the, okay, what is a job worker? I will give you the goods, you will do the treatment or process on my goods and give it back to me, so you are my job worker. But they are telling, except gold, jewelry, articles thereof, or any precious metals and stone. Remember one thing, you can't send this item for job work. You can't send this item for job work. Under this custom IGCRS rule, supposingly you imported gold. Gold, say you are going to make jewelry. The Baba, this gold, you cannot send it for job work. Tell them to come to your premises only and do the work. You can't get it done from job worker. Your premises may only you hire people and get it done. Don't get it done from job work. Next. Now, sir, exam question. What is the process of sending the goods for job work? Everyone here. It says, first you import the inputs. Inputs you imported. Clear at concessional rate of duty. Number 1. Who will maintain the goods? Principal. This is the job worker. Principal will record the goods sent for job work. People, you will have to maintain the record and details should be given in IGCR 3. Every detail has to be given. The goods ka every moment detail they want. Next. When you are sending the goods for job work, you should send under the cover of a invoice. Total bakwas this is. You know what? GST and custom ka proper integration is not here. When you are sending for goods for job work, you will not send with invoice. You will send with delivery challan. But actually, what happens? No, custom department ka people, when they are making the law, they will not know what is as per the GST. So they told invoice, but actually the meaning is what? Delivery. But in the exam, don't write delivery channel, right? You have to send along with invoice. I will tell you one thing. Sometimes no, students think we should write the answer in our way and come and we'll get marks. You know why you don't get marks? The person who is correcting, you tell me one thing, after you become a chartered accountant, will you even remember custom? Will you remember custom? Now just imagine, the person who is correcting the paper, he's a chartered accountant, might be practicing in some field. Teachers are not allowed to correct. We don't correct papers. So we will not be there correcting the papers. If we are correcting, we know custom. But so you write your answer, we'll understand your feeling. But might be the person who is correcting is a stat auditor. I don't know who corrects, correct? But I'm telling, supposingly, he has knowledge of taxation, but custom ka knowledge is very less. You wrote the answer as per your knowledge and came. So delivery challan. He is seeing the answer in the right side, which is the suggested answer. There it is written invoice or e-way bill. And you wrote what? Delivery challan. He will cut or he will give you marks. Don't apply much brain income. Are you getting my point? One student was telling me in the morning, sir, I will do valuation ka question like this and come. Answer will be same. Arey, I know, but the person who is correcting the question, he will see the suggested answer and correct. Sometime what happens, see, your bad luck can be so bad that the person who is correcting, see, I'm not telling they are inefficient. I'm telling they are extremely efficient. But sometime it can happen. Do you think a person who is a chartered accountant will remember everything about custom? Is it possible? You will only not remember after 6 months. Now that person who is correcting, now when he is comparing the answer, he saw one answer which you have written with your knowledge, intelligence, full different kind of intelligence. Your answer is correct, but might be that person gets confused. Might be, I'm not telling that see, I'm with all due respect, with all the invigilators, with all the people who are correcting, with all due respect, but that person might not be able to link the suggested answer with your answer. And if you don't get marked, then what will happen? So I always tell my student, please practice as per the ICI. Please write as per the ICI. Get yourself qualified. Then whatever gyan you want to give to your client, you do it. But till you qualify, do, write and get marks, because ICI is going to give you marks. So how the ICI writes an answer in the ICI ka material, try to write it in similar way. And that way will come only when you practice. That's why I will say, always when you practice, you will get marks. Your internal knowledge, if you apply and write, you might not get marks. I'm not telling you will not get at all. But law, there's a language to write. First you have to write the law. Then you have to write the observation. Then you have to write the conclusion. There are ways to write it. That way to write will come with practice. And students never practice. You tell me one thing, my favorite example it is, I told Virat Kohli everything about a cricket bat and a ball. Okay? Everything, he learned everything. But he never picked up the cricket bat and ball. First time he went to the field, first time he is picking the bat. Do you think he will hit a sixer? Then why do you think you are a hero? Students never pick up a pen and write the answer. First time picking up the pen, new pen. Aha, Pooja did, went to the exam. You will pass. Unless you make your friend, the pen your friend by writing at home, take your friend to the exam. Practice with your pen, practice with it, and then take it to the exam. Don't buy a new pen. Aha, Pooja did, now I will take it to the exam. You will fail. I don't mean that new pen can't be taken. I mean practice and go. And with all due respect to all the invigilators, all the correct people who correct, they are all qualified. They are all with good knowledge. But it can happen at time that what answer you wrote might make sense to you, but not to the person correcting. For me, your answer doesn't matter. For me, the suggested answer matter. And I will say total bakwas, cut. What will you do? That's why I always tell the student, please practice. If you are not practicing, you are in a danger zone, high chances of failing. Can I go ahead, everyone? Enough of gyan, we are in a revision. Here, everyone. Now, when you are sending the goods for job work, everyone here, when you are sending the goods for job work, you should send under invoice or wherever applicable e-way bill. Or it is delivery challan plus e-way bill. But this is law ka little non-matching. That's all. Take it, everyone. Now, you should specify the description, plus you should specify the quantity, and the goods will come to the job worker. Always remember what details should be maintained by a job worker. It is told over here. Everyone over here now. Maintain accounts of the goods received, manufacturing process undertaken, waste generated if any. He should maintain all the detail. What goods he received, what manufacturing process he undertook, and the waste which was generated. Plus produce the account details before the commissioner whenever commissioner is demanding. Whenever the jurisdictional commissioner is demanding, produce the details. ठीक है? Post completion of the job work, send the goods back. People, you should send it back within how much time? 6 months to the importer, or you should send it back to one job worker to another job worker as directed by the importer for carrying out the remaining process, and that will be under the cover of invoice or e-way bill. In the exam, don't put delivery challan and e-way bill. Write invoice or e-way bill for customs. Now, sir, the goods came back. Always remember one thing, sir, if goods are not used as per the job work particulars, the jurisdictional custom officer shall take action on the importer under rule number 11 and 12. He will penalize you. Is my point clear to all? People, how will you send the goods for job work? Number one, maintain the records and furnish in the statement. IGCR monthly statement, then send the goods. He will do the job work. What are the details to be maintained by job worker? Please remember. And the goods should come back within 6 months. Next. They can ask you, write the procedure for allowing imported goods for inter-unit. 3 mark. All these are 3 mark question which they can go ahead and ask you. Sir, what is the process of sending the goods for inter-unit? Same. Import the goods, clear the goods. Now, when you are sending to your another unit, remember, maintain the records of the goods sent, plus mention it in the statement. When you are sending the goods, send along with invoice and e-way bill. Is it supply that you will make tax invoice? You will send one say invoice, they mean the delivery challan or whatever relevant document, plus the e-way bill. Then what will happen? The goods will come back after the process has been done. But remember, you should, importer shall always, because it's your unit only. Because it's your unit only, what will you maintain? What goods you sent, what goods was done, what process was undertaken. Sir, what was the goods came back, all details. See here. Maintain the accounts of the receipt of the goods, manufacturing process undertaken, what goods were received in unit 2. So basically unit B will maintain all this. Correct everyone? Basically importer only will maintain. Importer ka unit A, importer ka unit B. So importer should maintain what? Receipt of the goods, manufacturing process undertaken, waste generated. Sir, he should produce the goods when produce the details when demanded by the jurisdictional commissioner, and also after completion of the process, send the processed goods back to the processed goods back to the premises. To the premises, or you can send it to a job worker for carrying out the remaining process. This is the process of sending the goods for inter-unit. What will you do, everyone? Maintain your records, show it in the IGCR, then send the goods along with invoice or e-way bill. Then process goods, bring it back. What details you should maintain, what goods you send, what goods was processed, what process was undertaken, waste generated. Give the details to the officer whenever he's asking for, and bring the goods back after the processing is done, or send it for further job work. That's all, everyone. Next. Sir, I want to send the process for supplying of imported goods to end use recipient. People here, I imported parts of mobile phone. Now I am supplying the parts. I'm not using myself, not sending to my job worker, not sending to unit B, sending it to another person who is making mobile phone. I imported what? Parts. Parts I am going to send, and I got concessional rate of duty. Now I am not going to use it for myself. I am going to send it for whom? Specified end use. That is for making of the mobile phone. So now what control I should implement? Everyone over here. Import the goods. Clear the goods at concessional rate of duty. Now, number 1. Maintain the records of the goods supplied for end use during the month and mention in the statement, which is your monthly statement. Then send the goods under the cover of invoice or wherever applicable, e-way bill. End use recipient, he is the maker of the mobile phone. Okay, everyone, you are the actual importer of parts. He is the person who is making the mobile phone. This guy should maintain what? In case of supply for replenishment or export against such supply, the end use recipient, means whatever you have supplied, he should maintain what? The accounts of receipt of goods, manufacturing process undertaken, waste generated during such process, produce the account to the jurisdictional commissioner on demand, and also produce the relevant detail to whom? to the importer for fulfillment of the benefit under the notification, so that he can take the benefit. All the details should be also provided to him. Please come to the next one. This one I find important from exam point of view. Please be very careful. Clearance of capital goods after having used for specified end use. For an example, from outside India, I imported one capital goods, that is one machine. I imported what, everyone? Machine. Now what happens, I'll tell you. We imported one machine that is going to use for making of this bottle. So that machine pay concessional rate of duty allowed. Officer told, instead of 30%, you can pay 10% on the machine. You know what? This machine, I used it for making of bottles. The end use is done. I used it. Now what to do? Machine, I will put oil and burn it off. What should I do with the machine? I will clear it in India. When you clear it in India, the depreciated value pay, you have to pay the differential custom duty. That 20% concession, you have to pay. On what amount? On the depreciated amount. Sir, how to calculate? Here. Number one, import the machine, clear at concessional rate of duty. Now when you went ahead, now you can use the machine for the intended use. People, use the machine for the intended use. Now clear the machine after use for specified purpose. Whatever the purpose was there, purpose got fulfilled, you use the machine. Now what will you do? You will clear it in India. Arey, after the machine is already used, the person outside India will not take it back. What will you do with the machine? What, put oil and burn it off? No, you will sell it in India. When you clear it in India, you have to pay the differential custom duty. And that is told over here. Clear the machine after use for specified purpose, but you have to pay the differential duty on the depreciated value, which is calculated on SLM method, and interest you also have to pay. The differential duty which you pay, on that you have to pay interest also at the rate of 15%. Sir, how to calculate? Whatever is the value of your capital goods, less first year, the first year of import, you will get 4% reduction per quarter. So 4 quarter, how much percent gone? Second year, 3% reduction for 4 quarter. How much? 12%. Third year, 3% for 4 quarter. How much gone? 12%. Fourth year, 2.5% for 4 quarter, 10%. Fifth year, 10%. And thereafter, for every year, it is 8%. Sir, does it mean that till the time I clear, I have to keep reducing the depreciated value? Even if I clear after 10 years, you will remember, sir, 16, 12, 12, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Can I go ahead, everyone? Whatever the value will come, remember, on that value, that is the depreciated value, on that you have to pay the differential duty. What duty you are not paid, that amount of duty has to be paid on the depreciated value. Can you tell me how will you calculate the depreciated value, everyone? Total amount minus first quarter ke liye 4%, 4%, 4%. Whenever it is cleared, for 1 quarter or part thereof, you have to take 4% for the first year, second year 12, 12, second year 12, third year 12, fourth year 10, fifth year 10, sixth year 8. Year means per quarter wise. How I have told you, don't take full year ke liye. 3%, 3%, 2.5, 2.5 and 2.5% per quarter. Whenever it is cleared, you have to reduce all this and you will arrive at the value. On that you have to pay the differential duty along with that interest. No upper limit for such depreciation. Depreciation will be from the date when the asset came into use till the date of clearance. Then it says the importer shall have the option of voluntary payment of duty along with interest, and the particulars should be recorded in the monthly statement. What is the monthly statement? IGCR 3. Everyone, and it is straight line method only. Yes, Baba, it is straight line method. Next. Sir, failure to perform. What if I did not go ahead and perform the intended use? If I do any mistake, then they are telling failure to perform the intended use or re-export. You did not re-export or comply with the condition, or where payment is not paid or short paid, might be you did not pay the differential pay duty, etc., or you cleared in India, you did not pay the differential duty. They are telling over here, jurisdictional AC or DC shall initiate recovery proceeding by invoking the bond of an amount as under. Number one, in case notification that provide duty exemption, differential duty along with interest from the date of import till the date of payment of the entire differential duty. Plus, or in case when notification is one that provides an exemption benefit, then it says an amount equal to the assessable value of the imported goods. Might be you entered and imported one goods on which duty exemption was given, then the differential duty along with interest. If the exemption notification is other than the one which provides an exemption benefit, might be you imported something and on that duty was not exempted, might be any other benefit was provided, then they are going ahead and telling we will go ahead and take the assessable value of the imported goods ka equal amount. Are we all clear till here? Sir, this one you can remember. The importer, the job worker, if they don't maintain the books of accounts, etc., they shall be liable to a penalty which is up to 2 lakhs. In my opinion, you can call it a B graded chapter. A 2 to 4 mark, a small question can come. Sir, what question can come? That is difficult to tell. But still, I feel they can tell you what is the process of sending the goods for job work. They can tell you what is the process of doing inter-unit transfer. They can tell you what is the process of sending the goods for end-use recipient. This one, they can give. There is one question also in the Q&A material. If you have my Q&A material, any other teacher ka Q&A material, I don't know. But there is one question on this straight line method which is there. You should do that question and go. Everyone, now listen. This 2 lakh wala point also you remember, right everyone? I'll close my revision on the chapter of customs, import of goods at concessional rate of duty or specified end use rules 2022.